this video is not going to go on Tuesday on the meeting, but it is going to go on YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
So like the last video that we did, not even over a week now. I published it on the 21st, and we got over 70 views already. So people are checking it out, and I think that actually helped push the momentum to make sure that there was a resolution to this, because Supervisor Jane Parker's aide Wendy came by. Remember Wendy? Yeah. And she's been really instrumental in trying to help out as a team. Jane Parker's directive to see if they could mitigate and get permission for the first two items, 602M and 647E, I think are both trespassing related. And so if it is a county road, and that's kind of the bulk of this resolution. Let me just pass out this agenda.
Just make a quick announcement while you're doing that. We have one free voucher left for garbage.
Oh yeah. One free voucher.
I've got two of them, so one left. So
let's spend them.
What time are you going to pick up tomorrow?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hi, everybody, come in. Put it under the
out here.
clipboard.
Man needs three
Put
arms.
it under the clipboard.
Thank you.
I will probably, who asked the question? Oh, there. I will probably pick up the garbage latter part of the afternoon, but I can't actually, should pick it up on Tuesday instead, because that's when the dump's open.
Okay.
They're not open on Monday, are they?
No.
No.
Well,
Wait a minute.
the thrift shop's not, but maybe the dump is. I think it
Is
is.
dump open on Monday?
Yeah, the dump is.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
the dump
Never
is.
mind. Then tomorrow, but it'll be the latter part of the afternoon, so it gives
Later out in
everybody,
the afternoon, okay.
everybody gets a chance to bag it up. If you need bags, holler at me, I've got them. Yeah. But put them out to the side of the road and I will pick them up. And by the way, everybody did a really good job picking up and getting the garbage, so I appreciate that.
Okay, so I just passed out this agenda, and what I want to do, Rick, we just passed out the BI Spadats. Anybody else who still needs to get one, let's get one. You can do it and turn it back in before the meeting's over. I do want to do introductions again. Obviously, the people who feel it's important in their life is important to them. They're here because they want to legitimize being here. Honestly, if this resolution goes, I don't know if you've heard about this resolution, but if this resolution goes, you're going to have to be signed up, and you're going to have to, stand up and be known, put your name and number, everything else. So what I want to do right now, though, is introductions, just 30 seconds is number 2. We're trying to get to number 5, but we got to go through a couple more numbers. Introductions real quick, just 30 seconds, your name, where you're at on the road, for how long you've been here, and if you plan on coming to the Board of Soups on Tuesday. My name is Wes. I don't live on this road, but I do plan on coming to the Board of Soups on Tuesday. And when you're talking, please make sure you have your mic close up to your mouth, because otherwise it won't pick it up. You can't hear anything. So it has to be real close. Please.
Just say your name, how long you've been here, and that's it.
How long you been here? Where you at?
I've been here for about a month and a half.
Can I see 2 applications, please?
Yes, sir.
Jay Reed, I've been here for about 6 months, and I will be at the meeting that is coming up. And Wes, if you're not staying on this road, we can probably get you a 10 or something. No, I'm just joking.
I can get you one.
That's not a bad idea.
I'll share it with you.
Amber,
I've been here about 5 weeks, and I plan on going to the meeting and getting involved in making sure all this is.
My name's Robert. I've been here about 8 months.
Hi, my name is Patrick Tanner, and I've been here about 7-8 months with my mother in an RV, and we're just here to support everybody that's serious about staying here, that have nowhere else to go, can't afford the rent. So that's all I have to say is for right now.
My name's Rob. I've been here since 2012, and my concerns are specifically dumping, littering, and vehicle stripping and dumping, which has been a big problem and has cost the county an unbelievable amount of money. And some of those people are still around sometimes.
Okay, we'll be mitigating that.
Hi, my name is Luis. I've been here for several weeks. I don't know if I'm gonna stick around here for that long, but I'm gonna try my hardest to help you guys as much as I can. That's what I got.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bill Montgomery. I've been here a little over a year, I guess, and I'm at the north end of the road. And I'm just share it out and do what I can and see if we work things out and clean this place up.
Nice.
I'm Rich Sweets, and I've been here for several months, and I've also been here for periods of time in 2012, 13, and 14. And I'm here to support, and I'm going to try and make it to the Board of Supervisors. I don't have my own car. I'm not going to drive my RV over there. There's no parking, I'm sure. I have a big RV. But yeah, I'm concerned about the trash and the junk and everything, so.
Okay. And we're looking to carpool, so,
Okay.
yeah.
My name's Bella. I've been here about off and on for about a year. I'm also concerned about the garbage and the trash that's behind a lot of these motorhomes, that they can clean up their yard and make it look decent. We don't need it looking like pigsties from all the dumpster diving that people do and just leaving the stuff on the sides of the road. Please help us keep this street clean so we can stay and be able to have somewhere to live.
Okay.
Say, folks, this is a very important meeting. I'm glad everybody came out here tonight. It might be one of our last meetings, and since it might be 50-50, we have some people that are angels that came out here. This is Sunday night. Most people are off on these days. Yet we have Les and his friends, associates, coming out here. They are our advocates, and they're our boys. We appreciate that Les came out here and is supporting us, and for me, and I'm sure everybody out here, we like to say thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you very much for coming out here and helping us. There is a big meeting with the county on Tuesday. If you go down there, make sure you smell just pretty. So get the alcohol and aftershave on and do a ranger shower or whatever. But be polite and bring your case up. But these folks will be there, and they're our advocates. So let them speak for us. We have a lawyer. And number 3, this is our meeting today. Everybody's friendly. But tomorrow there is a meeting in Marina. Do not go to that meeting. They are not your friends. They're there to gripe about us.
Ooh, I need to know about that.
Yes,
Actually, no, you don't understand that very well. So, we need to talk about that. Hot Topics tomorrow is actually on our side. Don't even say that.
Listen, Carter. This never happened. You understand?
All right, pass it on. Basically, your name, where you're at on the road, and if you think you might be able to come on Tuesday to the Board of Supervisors meeting.
Hello, my name is Janet, and we have been on Lapis probably a year and a half. We're temporarily off because my husband almost died, and we have been in an RV since probably 2012 total. Had our RV towed twice within 2 months of each other, and just had a lot of problems with it.
Great guy you're here.
I'm Jerry Neal.
Yeah, we've been here for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Here. But we also, too, were living in Seaside by the golf mart. And that was the same thing, same problem there that you guys are having here. And it's not fair. You're going to move us from here, people out from here, stay one night, or that's it, and then next fall morning you gotta leave. That's wrong. Where are they supposed to go? And then they're gonna leave, go out on the streets again, move around the RVs around the city. So they'll do that, and then guess what's gonna happen?
Just basically, just introductions. We're trying to get through right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to go off.
So these VI Spadats is kind of going to help. It's going to be required registration anyway. If you plan on staying with the county, they're going to need to know who you are and what you do and contact information. Be able to get a hold of you, description of where you're at, an RV. They're going to need to know some personal information. So please don't scurry away thinking, come on. If you really want to be here, let's do this. We are also going to be looking for, if you haven't yet, please sign up for the CHSP, the 883-3080 number. If you have an agenda, it's in bold. And if not, I think maybe ask a neighbor. But you need to sign up. You need to sign up for this thing. This is a county, going to be a county requirement for you to be able to stay here. So we need to make family photos if we can. I'd like to be able to go to everybody's encampment and like try to go, smile up to everybody and also, even if we can go inside, and show how nice and pretty it is. If not, then let's just stay outside. Doesn't really matter, but I'd like to be able to get some photos, kind of like in the 80s when they're like, oh, the starving children over here, and please send them money. And, we want to present ourselves in a positive light, and that we're a wholesome family oriented and community oriented, and nice shiny faces and wherever we're at, man, it's fine. It doesn't matter if you're clean, if you're not. Just that we get something going, and at least a smile on your face is the hugest piece. So I do need some photos of each camp to show kind of our homey atmosphere and attitude. We need written personal stories. For Voices of the Street newspaper, we can do that. We have a newspaper, but unless I have people's stories, I really can't do it. So if we're looking for maybe 300 or 500, 1,000 words, if you want to, we can do a whole piece on it if it's really big. But we can do a paper. I've got enough money to do a paper. We just have to have content. So if you guys, I think it'd be great. Okay, thank you.
Reference to your meeting on...
Okay, so hold on a second. So on Tuesday, well, I guess we'll bring up Monday first because of the Hot Topics. Hot Topics on Monday, 5:30. Apparently it might be at Marina City Hall.
Mountain Mike.
I think... Oh, Mountain Mike's now. Okay, all right, Mountain Mike's. 5:30. So we should go there. We should have a few people go. At least 3 to 5. Whoever's really interested will be good to go. 5:30, 7:30. Mountain Mike's. No, you know what? It's called discussion, and it's fine that people with opposite opinions are there because maybe we can break through and melt their icy cold heart.
Can you ask
might help.
everybody? I've had a couple of publishing issues for the website I'm putting together as far as the coding. I think maybe I just have to go with another server instead of the one that I have. But if I can get you guys each one of your cell phones so that when it is up and running, I can text you guys the link, either that or maybe Facebook information so that we can all be part of the page. And an email address if you have it too. That way I can invite you to be part of the group.
Nice. Well, the nice thing about that is I have an awful lot of that information.
Oh.
So I think we can share that, right?
Yeah.
That'll be all right?
Now we're supposed to get
Okay.
a website. Is there a website?
Yeah, no.
And we're doing the website. Okay, but wait. While we're doing this, tomorrow is the Tuesday, tomorrow after that, is the Board of Supervisors meeting. So, with that written stuff for personal stories, we still need to write something because we're going to get 3 minutes, maybe only 1 minute, because this is the last minute agenda edition. So they are going to be cramming in through their lunch to be able to do this.
Where's it at?
It is in Salinas, and we'll be talking about ride sharing toward the end. We just got to hammer out our position, which is our whole piece. But this is the thing, we're going to need to write out something, a little bit of personal story, 1 to 3 minutes. 3 minutes you get the full breadth, and 1 minute will be the condensed version. And we need to start doing that for Tuesday, so that's part of your homework. Now the big deal, District Supervisor Jane Parker negotiated a resolution as well as all the department heads of the county, which includes the Health and Human Services, the Environmental, the Sheriff's Department, and Jane, I think, might have been there, and a whole bunch of staff heads, right? Trying to hammer out, well, what can we do? How can we give these people permission? Because that's been the thrust. The first two items, 602M and 647E, are about permission to be on property. And this is county property, so they can give permission under certain conditions. And a lot of it is spelled out. Part of it is register with CHSP. Make sure you have current registration, which is why I was asking an awful lot of you if you had current registration and who needed help. I think it'd be good to raise hands, try to figure out how much money we need to come up with, because this will be a requirement. Utilize safe parking program when it's made available. So if there's a parking lot available, you're gonna be the first ones to fill it up, and there's not really gonna be much choice. But hopefully that'll be your pathway to housing. You get to keep your RV to the house and then sell the RV. I don't know. get some money back on it. Another thing would be provide working contact information, same stuff I'm asking for. Basic health and safety standards, litter, trash, bulky items. This is where we need a safety patrol again. This is where we really need to get up officers again. Because obviously somebody's doing the website. You know, we really need to coalesce this energy in a positive direction. We get a safety patrol at least 4 or 5 times a day. Walking up and down the street, make sure you got a video camera that's charged. Reflector tape, yellow vest, we can spring for some of that. But we just need to be able to patrol it and make sure that other people aren't making it bad for you. Because I'll tell you what, one of the biggest things on here, it says if they find that there's any kind of trash, and this is kind of the negative negotiation piece of it.
Restricted area?
If they find trash, then they can boot you.
They'll keep the people out.
No, it'll be everybody. Well, one bad apple ruins the bunch.
Well, yeah.
So that's probably not something that we want as a position.
How far do you want to take security? I mean, do you want to take this on patrol? Do you want to
No.
take it on video cameras to watch other people come in?
It's not going to be a high speed thing unless you're like a neighbor. You're sitting there and you see them doing it outside your window. Then video them doing that.
Let's say you don't, and you have cameras set up so you can watch people that you don't normally. I mean, people come in, they can jump real fast, and it's over. It's over for everybody.
Right.
So if you're going to do that, it's not real security. Set up people, all through the road so they have cameras going on both sides. It costs about $150 for cameras.
Okay, if you want to do a budget for that, let's do it.
All right, I'll work it up.
Okay. All right. Sounds like an agenda item for the association.
Power in their RV can be
Yeah, they have them where they come with a little solar panel.
Yeah, we make power. So.
Okay, so
That's redneck. We can do anything.
So it says evidence of remaining parked along Lapis between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. and evidence of dumping or littering and violations of any other laws would result in revocation of permission for overnight parking on Lapis Road.
6 p.m.?
10 a.m. 6 p.m. That's the hours they're willing to give you. It's overnight.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
No,
so
6
what?
at night to 10 in the morning.
Oh,
then
he
you have
said
to
it
leave.
backwards.
And
6 p.m. to 10 a.m.
Has anybody
No, it
raised
says
the
10 a.m. to 6 p.m. During the day, nobody's allowed to be here.
Has
Yeah,
anybody
we're not
raised
supposed to
that
go.
issue? Where are people going to go?
And if
Okay.
the RVs are even going to
People
be...
don't want to drive. No, everybody can hear me. I have a loud voice.
He needs it for the video.
Yeah, please.
I don't care about the video.
You got to care about the people.
Where are people going to go? A lot of people are just going to go to Walmart. Walmart's not going to like that. All the people in town are going to go, oh, look, we can still see them, because that's what it's for.
That's what this started
It's
off.
hiding us.
They can't drive.
It's hiding us, and it's punishment. People don't want to drive their rigs. They don't want to spend the money on gas. There's pollution. There's repairing your vehicle, driving around all the time, repairing it. My vehicle is 35 feet long and 12 feet tall, and it's really hard to drive.
So how
really hard to drive.
Yeah, and where are we going to get the money? I mean, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us here on tight budgets. I mean, we're not out here because we want to. We're out here because this is the edge of the world. We go any further, we're out in the ocean, and they tell us, well, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You gotta be out of here, all right? Where you gonna allow us a tank of gas every day so we can drive around?
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna take.
So what would you like? Would you like it 24 hours?
Yes, what needs to be. They're not helping us by gift. Oh well, we're doing something for you. You know what? No, you're not.
They're still trying.
They're still trying.
If they can't kick you while you're down, they at least want to give you a black eye or
A black eye, exactly, and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't afford it.
The point is that we're.
I mean, you're wrong, but I'm hurting.
All the elderly out here and people who are health impaired.
Everybody has to take medications. It says do not drive heavy machinery or equipment or operation.
Yeah,
and I'd say at least half of the people out here are here because they're health impaired.
And not to mention that, but give me a damn good reason why leaving
Pass it
during
over.
that time. Give me a good reason why leave at that time is going to do anything to make it any better or any worse. It's just a really bad idea. I mean, people are here because they want to be settled. They don't. We want to be able to relax a little bit so we can, do what we have to do. Rebuild our lives. Thank you very much. And that's just, that's ridiculous. ridiculous notion. So.
I want to know what's the positive side to having people leave during the day.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So it's like this rule so that we can say that these are the regulations. Well, make sure the regulations have something positive. If anything, it's a negative because then everybody's going to go into the towns and nobody's going to like that.
It's a positive for them because they're trying to hide us from people who hate the fact that we're around.
Yeah, on Lapis Road.
It's dark. It's dark at
Have
night.
you seen? We've gotten all the way. I mean, from every single little bit of piece of trash, it takes a lot of time. We got all the way up to the bend. It looks beautiful, and it takes time and energy. And the people who have been able-bodied, he's one of the last ones that got here, and he was busting butt. You know, he came in and got all the heavy stuff. I mean,
okay, so that's a little bit of extra energy to clean it up initially, and then maintenance after that.
And even better than that, what we should do is be able to get a piece of property where we've got enough people here to work it ourselves, get it out of the way so nobody has to worry about it, make it a secure place where people can rejuvenate their lives, they can go back to school, and everything is safe right there, and then they can be reintegrated back into society where the city is getting revenues back. Okay, that is the simplest way of doing it. And they've got, auctions, they've got seizures, they got all kinds of things that will be able to give us a piece of property that, there's property all around. If you don't want us on the road, then work on that, and we'll take care of ourselves. But quit costing everybody so much money with all this bullshit, excuse the expression. But it's annoying. They've been doing this for how many years? They can kick them out, go back and forth. How many police officers are being paid? How many social workers are being paid? It is ridiculous. If you give us a piece of property, you will not see anybody here. I guarantee you, 90 days, this will be completely empty. And then
full of trash from everybody in Marina.
What we're worried about is more people.
I'm going to work on that. So.
And I'm not reintegrating nothing. I've worked for a lot of years, and I'm disabled now, and I'm not reintegrating nothing. I'll help out, but I'm not reintegrating nothing. I'm rewriting.
This is what concerns.
Right here.
This is what concerns me. I came on the road here because a domestic crime was committed against me, and it was committed against me in Carson City, Nevada. So I took off at the last minute, moving truck, my pets and I came down here trying to find an RV. I had to spend some money in a motel room until it almost broke me. What I had left, I spent in that RV just so that this person doesn't find me, even though he's all the way in Carson City, his family's down here. I already showed the sheriffs and everything. They know about what's going on with my case. Then I found out 2 nights ago, actually 3 nights ago, that he moved back to Seaside. Okay? If I'm out here driving during the day, because they don't want me out here, they don't want none of us out here, and I'm out there driving and he sees me, my life is in danger. Also, I'm going to speak for other people as well as myself. I'm on medication. I like to be able to get a ride in, so I want to, because you can't drive a 31-foot to some of these clinics. There is no room, and it's like I have an appointment for colonoscopy. I can't drive that day.
Somebody's got to pick you up.
Somebody's got to pick me up, and all of us are facing that as far as seeing our doctors and being on medication, and some of us having our life in danger. So we need a stable place. I want to be able to have a stable place. I feel safe. I was parked all the way to the end by myself. And I know I saw this guy, the one that I'm running from, but I'm saying to myself, no, he's in Carson City, Nevada. He can't be down here. They shine the light right into my RV. And instead of, how we usually go, who the hell is shining this light in my RV? I'm going to look outside. Something told me not to look outside. Immediately it came to my mind, that's got to be him. And he wants me to look out that window to see if I'm the person. So somebody probably already gave him the word that I'm in an RV. Okay? This is not paranoid, because the next night is when I found out he moved to Seaside, California.
Okay, well, let's just try to work on
And then I had to move from down there. Her uncle Robert and her cousin David says, move up here. We'll protect you. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a community where we protect each other, because you know what? We have plenty of enemies out there to face. And I would like to be able to come to a parking space where you come in and you go, here's my family. This community is my family. I'm going to be safe tonight.
We need to work on getting a piece of land to do that. We need to go ahead and try to promote getting a piece of land that, I don't care how we get it, if they want to donate it, that's fine, that's great, but a place where we can go, where we can secure it ourselves, and everybody takes care of each other. Nobody comes in unless, you know, they go through a security checkpoint. I mean, it's going to be extremely security tight, so everybody can relax, feel good, and then start to do the things you want to do, you know? I mean, if you want to go back to school, great. If you want to learn about a different job or something like that, fine. You'll do it with nobody knocking on your door, sheriff's department, or somebody coming up and saying, hey man, you want to buy some? You alleviate all that. And so if you want to take care of the homeless problem, let's just do that. Because the fact of the matter is, this is not a homeless problem, it's a community crisis. All right? And all the money that's been spent is not taking care of the problem, you know? So we need to do that. So let's work on it.
One of the main things that I really wanted to mention, because I spoke to the news about this, and you know, I know that they have timing issues on the air and stuff, but he said, you know, they've been talking about prostitution and dumping and drugs, and I said, hey, there's prostitution in town, there's dumping in town, there's drugs in town. It's no different from any other place, except for you guys don't want to deal with this, you know? So it's the people out here have worked all their lives, some of them, and some of them can't work, and now that they're not useful, let's get rid of the problem, and that's not the solution, you know. And there is solutions to the problem, you know. There's many companies and organizations around here, even if they don't want to be charitable, they need charity and goodwill on their books. They can get tax incentives, they can get free advertising, and say, hey, come to our community, we help the community. Come to our company, we help the community. You know, builds rapport. There's plenty out there. You do it for every other place. They have the, you know, all these organizations. Why not make another organization for this?
Okay,
I just want to say something real quick. If y'all want to find out what everybody's saying about us down here on this road, get on your phones and download the app called Nextdoor.
You can't without an address.
right, yeah, it has to be a local address. Yeah,
Well,
you can only get in that
use
that
a
neighborhood.
P.O. box too. Where does your mail go to? Use that address. Everybody gets mail.
Okay.
And boy, you can get up there and help me defend this whole street, because I'm the only one on this street that's on there.
Wow. I know Becky's around somewhere.
Yeah, Becky's on
Okay,
there,
Becky.
yeah.
Well, so
the name of
so
it?
I just really need to
Nextdoor.
know, what do you think our position should be?
little house.
Do you like this 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. thing?
No.
It's not viable.
Why do we have to move?
Not
Why can't we
viable.
just stay if we keep
Okay.
it clean?
And I think that's a pretty obvious point,
It was
right?
a 60-day extension.
Shine light on
Well,
how people come in town and
so-
I was here to make everyone look at. I was witnessing my own eyes and watched
Well, because their whole point is nobody should be out here at all. Their signs say no camping, and that should be that, and that's why the 10 to 6 is an issue. Okay, but obviously that's our position, right? Is we need 24-hour. Why? Because it would be more of a burden and it's put us more in harm's way. Because by having to go, it's gonna break us in the bank no matter what we do. Some of these things don't all move, which is what they're hoping for, honestly, in the first place. Because then they can tell you. I mean, all of these things are ways that people can fall through the cracks, and that's what we need to solidify is the way we treat people. That's the biggest deal.
People that are going to be approved, they should have a special pink or blue paper.
Okay, yeah, don't worry about how you know that's a very small detail. You know, people who are allowed to be here will be allowed to be here. How it's identified will be the way that the county determines. So, that's the real big deal, right? Thursday morning at that time, 8:31, they're saying goodbye, everybody. So, are we in agreement with that?
No.
Obviously, right? I mean, there again, it's creating the hardship. Marina doesn't want anybody in town at all. That Walmart that's the closest is not going to allow that at all. What we need to do, there's quite a few teeth in this that are looking to chop you to bits, and that's what a lot of this wording is. And what we need to do is revamp this wording so that it's protecting our health and safety, well-being as well. It's
Punish the troublemakers, not everybody.
okay. Well, and that's going to be that's going to sort itself out, and that's a blanket statement on here too. One person, one bad apple ruins the whole batch, type of mentality, and we need to argue against that as well. What they need to see mostly of all is that I will stand forward. I don't care about anybody else. I'm not even going to talk about anybody else. I will stand forward, and I will follow the rules, and I will do my due diligence. That is all they want to hear. Don't talk bad about anybody else on the road. Don't talk bad. Don't talk about dirty talk. It doesn't matter. It's pointless. Okay? It doesn't mean somebody doing good, somebody doing bad. Don't talk about anybody else but yourself and how you're doing, and just bring your personality through your character, and that's what I want to see in this 3 minutes. Hi, I'm me. I live on this road. I've been on this road for this long. I take care of my place. Look at, here's a picture of me in my place, inside my place.
When are we doing pictures?
I would love to do them whenever we're ready, because I'd like to be able to do that. And I'm going to go encampment to encampment, just probably another 2.5 hour deal again. Tomorrow afternoon actually sounds pretty good. And then that way, we can get kind of a homey feel on stuff, and just, we're just poorer than most. That's it. That's the only difference. We're good, decent people. We follow the laws, and obviously we're going to take care of our pee and poo, and it wasn't us to begin with. So who cares? It wasn't us.
Everybody has restrooms in their RVs. Why are they peeing outside?
Once we get the self-sustained organization going, and the only reason why it hasn't happened so far is because people weren't pushed to do it. It was more like I'm taking care of my own. I'm not going to worry about the rest. Well, right now it is an issue. It is a matter, and something has to be done. Once it gets together, then there's not going to be an issue for littering. There's not going to be an issue for any of those things. Once you kick everybody out, the trash is still going to be here. We have the closet smokers. We have the potheads. We have everybody that comes in the town to do that. So if we're here, then we're going to be cleaning up after ourselves and everybody else. And we're going to actually cut the budget down from them having to come and take care of it, because we'll be taking care of it ourselves.
There shouldn't be anything in here to maintain whatsoever, and that would be their position. Is you can't do better than zero.
Yeah. No, it isn't going to go to zero. It's gonna get bad, because as much trash that has been in here, it's been a losing battle with us dumping everybody else's stuff out. So they're going to see that, and then after that, it's going to be everybody's lost their homes, and now look, Lapis is even worse.
It's a possibility.
Alright. I'll let you answer it real quick. What about Plan B in reference to on Fort Ord? They were talking about a small parking lot in front of Jane Parker's office.
Well, it's a possibility.
Okay. Just for words that her parking lot could not accommodate everybody here. If it did, it looked like a parking lot at the shopping center. And
that would only be for overnight. Nothing during the day. You'd have to be gone.
There you go. But 1 block over, there is a 1/4 mile long by 1/4 mile long asphalt parking lot. We used to put 10,000 vehicles there. On the next block over, I think it's 2nd Avenue or 3rd, there's a 1/4 mile square asphalt parking lot on Fort Ord.
Yeah, and I think it's just barely outside Marina city limits. I think it's on CSUMB property, which would make a great role model experience for the students. I would think,
We should get somebody who's working on their final project for graduation to do a homeless project. That might work.
Right? Oh, it must be break time. Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's talk to the students. I'm really influenced. No, we can.
Okay, so obviously, I think it'd be great to do officers. mentioned this last time, and I think it'd be great to do some kind of organization.
Where's the
We
sheet that I
need
passed
some.
around?
I have a piece of paper.
He's trying to get something done here.
I have a
very
piece of
important
paper.
now.
But yeah, this RV Homeowners Association, we gotta get this thing off the ground.
So you need an officer appointed? Is that what you're saying?
I at least need a committed group, if
No,
not
be
officers
strong,
by
yes,
name,
no, that was
but
a
a
yes or
committed
no.
group.
That was a yes or no.
Yes. It would be
Yes?
better if it is.
Yes, as soon as it can develop.
Then we need to appoint some officers.
Really? Is anybody ready for that kind of commitment? That we're asking for commitments again. I mean, you know, it's because what we need is we need a trash patrol. We need trash go up and down the entire way. Two or five people were able to go what, a quarter mile. That's a lot of stress. That's a lot of time. It needs to be distributed for the energy, and unfortunately, most of the energy left as soon as they showed up.
We actually need to get this done today, you guys, because it'd be really good to walk into that meeting and we have this. If we don't have this, we look like clowns.
You know, and some kind of before and after. You know, what would be great is, and I bet we can do it. We can get some initial photos of the sheriff's department's photos, because I think all they've done is tow. I don't think they've done any kind of trash cleanup, have they? Have they done trash cleanup?
All the trash that's gone, we've done ourselves.
Right. So they haven't done.
No.
Only tow trucks.
No,
Tow trailers.
that's not true. I've seen the county vehicle at that end.
They towed the abandoned.
Just past the human bones that you found.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Isn't that an interesting point?
We don't want to bring that
Off topic. Off topic.
Yeah, we encountered a couple things cleaning up the entire premises.
Yeah, we don't want that to be.
Okay, so our big points is we need this to be a 24-hour facility. This is about a safer parking program we're going to have, and we need to be able to drive up and be in the administration. That's why we need officers. That's why we need routine. Really? Headquarters at your place?
Really? Amber, you are now the press spokesperson. So you represent.
Right? Obviously, yeah, and the website coordinator, communications director, maybe even president. Watch out. She's gonna go for a coup.
I made an office. I made an office in the front of my RV, and that could be the headquarters if anybody has questions and to turn everything in. Kind of. That's where we'll send everybody out to do what they need to do, and then send the checks. And I mean, just like how they have like in the bathrooms in the restaurant. This was clean here, signature. All those type of forms and stuff, and I can get those for us so that we have proof. And 2 city council members or sheriffs or whatever, because if it's not on paper, it doesn't exist. And that's really how it works.
What about some of us that might have like a little bit of an income that can pay like something to like help with like a
non-profit
a garbage can where they can come pick it up.
Well, the garbage can, porta potties, I don't know.
Jay's already on it.
Because some of us do have some income, and we can probably, everyone can pitch in what they can afford. Maybe some can afford $20, $40, $5. It doesn't matter as long as it's coming, in, and we can get a garbage can, and everybody can dump their garbage. It can get picked up by the sanitary company, which is 4 blocks away. I mean, we can handle this. It's just if they allow us to do what we are out here. This is all we got. I mean, we can't afford to go pay $800 for somebody's bedroom in their house for rent. We can't go and pay $3,500 a month for rent. I'm barely paying $1,000. I pay child support to my son every weekend now that he's back in school. And out here is a safe spot where we can running around town from, in the afternoon or in the morning all the way till 6. I mean, some of us do have things that we do during the day, but a lot of us can't just be running around in the city finding where we're going to park. The department is going to get flooded with calls during that time of day because people are parking in odd spots during that time frame. So, I mean, my main thing is that we can do this out here if they allow us to, and we all come together and say, look, we have a solution. We are willing to say, we're going to figure this out together. Allow us to do this, and we'll prove you wrong. We'll show you guys we can do it, and we're real people, and we love, and we care, and you can't just sweep us under the rug because we're not just gonna vanish because you don't want us here.
And another issue is car and RV. People have an RV and then they have a car, and so the RV stays here. We have neighbors that watch it. They get in their car, they go to work all day, they come home. Now what you got to do is you have to get up in the morning, park your RV somewhere, hopefully it doesn't get broken into, towed or whatever while you're at work, come home and don't have a home. And then you also need two people. So you need two. You're going to have, if you're a single person out here or you don't have a partner or a friend, you're going to need somebody to drive the RV and somebody to drive the car, park the RV, and then drive you back.
So we're all we can really do is try to maintain what we're doing and keep on trying to get on a better path. You know, the yards that are empty will show that, you know, hey, we're not making a mess.
Here's a question real quick.
And that's why we're connecting,
How are people on this organization going to know which one of us have clean yards? Are you going to go to
you know what? There's always some sneaky people, aren't there?
Are they going to go to the sheriff's department and say which locations, because they have environmental people?
So we'll have case managers from the county. We won't have to complain to the sheriff. We can complain to our case managers.
Okay, so the case managers haven't come out yet to see who's got a cleaner, messy yard. So nobody's going to know.
No, well, we have yet to do a baseline because they have yet to even approve it. So they have yet to even try to start investigating anything. But after they establish a baseline, then sneaky people after that, right? And that will require, and that's how come there's this piece on there. Evidence of remaining parked along Lapis Road 10 to 6, evidence of dumping or littering, violation of any other laws would result in revocation. So what they're trying to do is just say, hey, as soon as we see any of it, it's gone. So it's kind of same sneaky. And that's why we almost would need a patrol. Basically, we would have to be the administrators of a safe parking program. The same thing that Community Homeless Solutions or Shelter Owners Plus does as a shelter in Salinas. They run it, and yet this would be RV owner run.
I have a question.
You know?
So I was getting together the forms and everything for the Homeowners Association. There's a lot of legal stuff that has to go into that. So does it have to be?
No, you don't.
Do I need it approved and edited by maybe your lawyer or something to say, okay, hey,
He's our lawyer.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm just like.
So for verbiage, I mean, as accurate and clear as possible, a message is absolutely needed. You know, the one problem with like CHS or Shelter Outreach Plus, they're getting paid, and they also have a contractual obligation. If people here breach the contract, what kind of consequence can you give other than, you know, towing your car away, which sounds like I doubt they would be able to do that. But you know, I mean, how would they be able to collect? You know, and in another business, there's a lot more liability for them. And that's why they're willing to trust that administration to take care of this. How well can they trust everybody here to take care of it? I mean, really, and that's where this permission and registering, and that's almost going to be your contract.
Are you gonna?
And that's going to be part of that rules. I'm sorry?
Are you going to make a fund for the registration, or are there programs out there that we can say, hey, if you don't have the income, go to these people and they can help you register? Because
No,
I know
the county will be registering you. So honestly, there will be no anything that we do as a homeowner association will be almost for entertainment purposes only.
No, I mean registered with the DMV.
The registration.
That's what I thought you were saying. That you had to have current registration.
Yes, you do have to have current registration.
Okay, if that's going to be part of the rules and regulations. What's going to be? We need to think about a solution to. We need to think about a solution to put a fund together to make sure those who can't do it can, or possibly there's a couple of organizations that actually help out with registration and stuff for the homeless, and maybe get us the contact information and stuff like that, so that we can get that to people who are not going to be able to.
Right. And from what I know, from what I heard, that there used to be a program that did that, and now they don't. So we honestly do need to try to get up a lot of money. I asked for over $1,000 yesterday or something. I got half of a response. I don't know if I'm going to get the follow through on that and how much that'll end up being. Registration is probably $100, $200 per trailer, plus an extra smog, an extra $50. $700 for registration. Okay, it must be less than a 10-year-old car.
That's an 88.
88.
So if it's an 88,
That sounds a little egregious.
No, they come for fines and tickets.
Oh, fines and tickets.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes it a lot harder.
Maybe talk with the DMV about waiving the fines and stuff.
And hopefully the county will be able to have some leverage with that. So we definitely want to. So our position includes our 24 hours. Our position includes wavering on. Let's see.
See what they want, get your job.
Let's see. Registration. Let's see if we can waivers and registration. Question: waiver registration fees. We want 24 hours, not just 10 to 6.
And the main issue that is financing.
Yeah, right. Financing, not enough money for gas to move.
Yeah, we're pulling it down.
And no permission for anywhere to go.
Yeah, we got to go without.
They just want to make themselves feel better.
Okay, so that will have to be part of your 3-minute deal. As many people as we can to say something. Or at least come up with some ideas so just a couple people can get up. One way or another, we've got to get our message across.
The plan they got right
Is that for the Monday meeting or the Tuesday?
For the Tuesday meeting, and Monday would give us another one. So Tuesday is 10:30 to 1 o'clock probably.
Well, we're gone.
And it's a long one. And we still need to figure out who's going to be able to stay behind and watch the plays. Results of?
Up or down.
As far as resolution? Okay, yeah, I'm sure the news will spread like wildfire immediately.
Find out if we keep on packing or slow.
Okay, well, we're looking for 24 hours. We're looking for waiver registration fees. We're looking for, what was the other thing we said?
I thought you said cars might be able to help with registration.
Well, as soon as we register for services with cars and the 883 number 3080, then you're plugged in. And as much as the county does, they do, but they know that that's as much help as you're getting, and they know that that's as much help as you're not getting too.
Yeah.
So they won't be able to back out of it or say we don't understand, we don't know, because they're the ones taking care of it and facilitating it. So as much or as little help as you get, by the time they're willing to tell you whatever, they'll know the score on that too, and so will you. And if you need to, use it to defend yourself. 24 hours, waive registration fees. What else are we asking for?
Somebody's
So
on a
the
car.
ability to keep what if they put a potty in the back of someone's personal trailer, you know what I mean? And it's not actually technically sitting on, like how the cities will tow their porta potties around for their employees.
Yeah, like the fields do.
Okay.
On a trailer.
All right. Well, as far as this resolution goes, that's all I'm asking about.
You know, the film.
Okay, I'll be able to figure out a couple more things.
Field companies, they put porta toilets
on
trailers.
Okay.
And then
So are we having trouble? Are people having trouble using the restroom as it is out here?
Well, I mean, obviously somebody is, because we've got people burying stuff, dumping stuff. So that is an issue, and it's something they're highly going to be on, because that gives them their reasoning on why this can't be, because of all the environmental issues.
Right.
That's a big issue with them.
So that one might be hard, because the whole point is this is RV safe parking.
They spend more money than what
and whoever, that's where you almost got to rely on your neighbors, because they honestly do not want to see a porta potty out here or a dumpster out here, and that's also an additional cost. On top of that, we're saying that we're going to be responsible for yourselves. You got to take care of us. It's kind of a double whammy for us. But we do need to be able to rely on each other as well, and then we also need to make sure that we dump everything accordingly as well, which of course we know.
Easier than we could, and I'll throw it. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to establish ride shares. Who's got cars, working cars?